All right, so we're back, I think, and we'll see if anybody comes along. We'll see if anybody decides to join us. They might not. They might not. I mean, after all. All right, let's get rid of that, and let's go here, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna take this out of here. Oh, this dude's making a cyberfrog. Look at this. This dude making a beautiful cyberfrog video game. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm shocked by this. Look, that looks like my guy. That looks like my character there. Look at his back. That is out. Just I mean, it's astounding. Yeah, everybody's making Cyberfrog video games. Everybody's making these Cyberfrog sampler games, and I totally dig them. I think they're terrific, and I appreciate it. My whole goal is to get a video game. I want to get a video game, and I want to become a gamer. You know. By the way, sorry about not reading the super chats. I couldn't read them. I just couldn't read them. I looked at them when they were coming in. I didn't want to read them aloud. Yeah, you don't like seriously. You guys will make me cry. I can't. I love you guys so much. I love the subscribers to this channel. You guys are fantastic. I know that I appreciate all the messages saying that you had my back and all this stuff. That's I like thank you. But yeah, it's not something. It's not stuff that I want to dwell on. So much of life is about moving forward, and there are things that happen that are sad, and you just kind of want to just you can't dwell on them too much. Um, Fans are buzzing over George Lucas's purported plans for Star Wars Episode 7 through 9. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty good, but we won't talk about that tonight. We talked about that last night. We talked about uh, George Lucas's plans for the next Star Wars trilogy would have taken place in a microscopic universe. I mean, that is astounding. That is really, really great. All right. What is the worst moment in the history of Star Wars? Cinema blend. Whoops. It might be this. This might be the worst moment in the history of Star Wars. Your Uncle Ethan trying to juggle iPads. If there's any fandom that exemplifies. This is actually kind of nice. Thank you for putting it this way. Thank you for putting it this way and not, being calling the fandom monsters. That's what we're putting up with these days. If there's any fandom that exemplifies the diverse nature of opinions within a selected intellectual property, it has to be Star Wars. Depending on when you came into the fandom, I came in right at the beginning. Which films you prefer, or even something as simple as which order you prefer to watch the films in, you're going to have a unique opinion on what constitutes as the series' best form. Among those important questions throughout fandom, there's one that probably places highly on the list of priorities for any fan's rankings, and that's picking out the worst moments in the Star Wars saga. So naturally, it seems like a good idea to take a sampling of moments from the entire Star Wars galaxy and ask that hard question of ourselves as well as you, the public. After reading through the nominees for the worst moment from each film, you'll be able to not only vote on that honor from the moments listed, but you'll also be able to discuss any alternate and or additional candidates in our comments section. The gloves are off, and the Star Wars universe is up for grabs as we run down the nominees for the worst moment in Star Wars history. Whew. Oh my God, look at him. Like somebody thought that was cool. Like somebody thought that people were gonna go, ha, Jar Jar Binks, Phantom Menace, Piusa. I'm sorry. Uh, One of the more majestic moments of the Phantom Menace was the introduction of pod racing, with a huge scope, some tender moments between Anakin and Enki-Gon, and even a gigantic sounding theme from the legendary John Williams. There's a lot in this sequence to actually admire. But it all comes crashing down in one brief dismal moment when a local creature lets out a bout of flatulence, and everyone's favorite Gungan to hate, Jar Jar Binks, responds to this happening with one ill-fated word: Piosa! It wasn't bad enough that this character existed. The moments where he dropped special one-liners or implied wisdom only cheapened this film and made Jar Jar all the more annoying. Uh, that was horrible. I do agree. Ew, what is this? Attack of the Clones, Anakin's seduction of Padme by the lake. Pickup lines. So far, these are all from the prequels. Yeah, it was porn. We had to scroll past that real quick. Should I click the porn? Is it porn? No, it's something different now. This might be porn. Money in the bank. Might be porn. Sounds like porn. Pickup lines in our galaxy are already cheesy and difficult enough for those anyone who dares to use them in their attempts to win a mate. However, if you think you have it rough, you should see how Anakin Skywalker tries to win over Senator Padme in Attack of the Clones. Scott Knox, thanks for $10. Hello, Uncle Ethan. Watching you for a while on YouTube. Just bought the $75 perk on your Indiegogo. Keep it up. Love you, brother. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Very happy about that. That's terrific. Not knowing much about the universe outside of Tatooine before he became a Jedi, he certainly hasn't seemed to have learned much more between the first two episodes of the prequel trilogy, as his big pitch for Padme to become his betrothed involves a comparison of her oh-so-smooth skin to the coarse sands of his childhood home. Throw in some awkward line reads, courtesy of Hayden Christensen, and you've got the perfect storm of fail. Oh my god, they're getting it right. This is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty good. Revenge of the Sith. No, that was weird. My God. If the prequel trilogy was a baseball game and Darth Vader was look at the Emperor back there. I love it. A player of that, he'd never make it past home base. Strike one has to be the young and ridiculously cutesy portrayal that we saw in Phantom Menace. And with that second strike coming from the whiny, creepy Padawan as he becomes in Attack of the Clones, which leaves Revenge of the Sith to deliver the final damning strike against the character. And there are so many potential candidates to choose from, but only one can be the straw that broke the Jedi Order. And without question, it has to be the newly suited Vader screaming, "No!" after learning of Padme's death during childbirth. Way to rob a new generation of any sort of respect for the Sith, guys. Beautiful. Yeah. A New Hope, Greedo shoots first. Terrible. It's so weird. Why did they do this? What is wrong with George Lucas? I know I'm like, when you go through this again, you really do kind of the old feelings come rushing back at you. What the hell is wrong with George Lucas that he did this? I don't get it. He got it right the first time. It is a quintessential bad idea that's had Star Wars fans talking for decades. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and call out the fact that all of the bad ideas in the classic trilogy come from the 1997 special editions, which naturally leads us to one of Uncle George's. I think he's Uncle George. He's Uncle George. His first big changes in the series, the alteration of Han's meeting with Greedo. Initially, when Han shot Greedo first in the original theatrical cut of Star Wars, it was a sign that showed us just how lethal and cutthroat he was in the underworld of crime that thrived in the days of the Empire. Flash forward 20 years, and lo and behold, Lucas didn't feel like Han should have that rough and tumble edge anymore, which led him to retooling the scene to look like another Greedo shot first, or the two of them shot at the same time, depending on who you talk to. Either result leads to the same conclusion. George Lucas went soft, and he made Han Solo all the softer because of it. The Empire Strikes Back, everything, they screwed up everything. The 1997 Bespin Cloud Car. Want to know of a good movie? Want to know how good of a movie The Empire Strikes Back is? It was incredibly hard to find a piece of its total package that spelled disaster. At the same time, the moment that stuck out as being included for the sake of being able to justify the special edition label. It's a simple sequence that follows a cloud car flying through Bespin, inserted to show off some new special effects that gave us more of an idea to what the rest of the mining colony looked like. It may not have ruined the series or the film for that matter, but it's still a pretty noticeable blemish in an otherwise flawless film, as it really doesn't add anything to the process of its inclusion. Somebody just told me that it was Harrison Ford's idea. Was it Harrison Ford's idea to shoot second? That can't be true. Is it true? I don't know. Return of the Jedi rocks. Horrible. Just horrible. Everything's just so tacky. There's two undeniable facts about Return of the Jedi. It's the one film in the classic trilogy that gets the most flack. I don't know why. It's my favorite. And the musicians in Jabba's palace are still a bit of an eyesore either way they're presented. Those caveats aside, it's hard. Caveat. Does that mean penis? That's a callback to a way older video. It's hard to argue for the inclusion of another special edition flourish. Uh, you know, yeah. that includes a brand new plastic-looking CGI dance number with size noodles and her hype man. It's a moment that potentially scared young children new to the series and caused dyed-in-the-wool fans who prefer traditional music number to rage quit this scene altogether. I agree. I agree. You know, this is all fine. Force Awakens, Phasma punks out under pressure. Going into The Force Awakens, the talk surrounding Gwendolyn Christie's badass Captain Phasma had us all excited for a strong female warrior. Me, I'm always looking for a strong female warrior. That's what I'm looking for. That would exemplify the effectiveness of Imperial combat training. By the time Phasma is intimidated by Finn, Han, and Chewbacca into lowering the shield generator protecting Starkiller Base, and with minimal coercion to boot, all of those thoughts went out the window. What replaced them was yet another bout of rage, as the Star Wars suits promised one thing and delivered the complete opposite. We were all rooting for you, Phasma. I wasn't. I'm going to be honest with you. Last Jedi, Flying Leia. You could just go through this and just go through The Last Jedi. It's hard to pick out one specific moment from The Last Jedi that had Star Wars fans spitting their Mountain Dew in anger, as the entire film seems to be an incendiary masterpiece when it comes to garnering fan negativity. But there's only one moment that's inspired the most utterances of what the f attached to its very happening. Just when we thought General Leia Organa had bought the farm, we're treated to a CGI fest that sees her fly back into her ship, all Mary Poppins-like, so she can go into a coma and recover for most of the film's running time. Now, while the extended edition novelization does indeed build this point up a little better with some more explanation, the way it's presented in the film has made it an often scorned moment, and I can kind of see why. You kind of see why? Rogue One, the Boar Gullet interrogation. Did you really think we're going to leave out the spinoffs? If anything, we could have probably doubled up on each of the Star Wars stories due to some interesting choices made in both. One such choice that ended up being the worst of Rogue One was the really, really odd moment that saw Guerrera use his odd old tentacled friend Bor Gullet to try and gain the truth about Badhai's status as a rebel collaborator. Yes, the Star Wars galaxy always tends to pull out a weird and dangerous creature out of its flight suit for each passing film, but a simple interrogation would have sufficed here. Saw, it's a creature that not only doesn't fit in the moment's true tone, but it's also one of the weird defects to make the first act and half of this film a bit of a chore to watch. Here we go, Solo, Solo's namesake. Hey kids, did you ever wonder how Han Solo got his last name? Well, whether you want to know or not, Solo, a Star Wars story, gave you the answers you never knew that you didn't want. But at the very least, the answer was compelling. I didn't mind it. People hated it. I didn't mind it that much. That was the least of the problems of Solo, a Star Wars story. Solo was ruined by a number of other moments. It's okay. It is okay. Booker T, you're looking real jacked today, baby. Where is Booker T? Let's see. Carlton76, thanks for $5. Hey, Uncle Ethan. Any decision made on having Kyle send a comic-sized print for backers? Dicks out for Dixon? Not a bad idea. I never thought of it. Honestly, I never thought of it. I could ask him. Why not? Yeah. Who cares? Who cares about this? Let's just say, dun, 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 worst moment in Star Wars history? Alright, so there's one worst moment. What is that worst moment? Wait a second. With all the candidates laid out and each film accounted for, I can honestly say I have one moment I just can't let slide in the Star Wars galaxy. That moment is the alteration to Han Solo's character in A New Hope, turning his rough and ready smuggler into a Disney-ready anti-hero. While all of these other moments hit me as varying degrees of flawed, most of them are strong, some are wrong. Choices could have been refined. Each of the faults of the prequels pale in comparison, because at the very least, something new was being attempted. It didn't work, but it was an effort. Rewriting Han Solo's character in such a fundamental way is a greater sin in the book of Star Wars because it's a sign of George Lucas's caving into some kind of pressure to make his baby marketable again. Those special editions were a light in the tunnel known as the Star Wars Dark Ages, and for Lucas to use that hope to change a character fans had already known for 2 decades, this is a good essay. Good for you. Give it to him. You got to give it to him here. Yeah, it was a pretty shocking betrayal of trust. Screwing up a brand new story in the universe is somewhat tolerable because it's new and shiny. Botching a key moment of an important character's genesis when you've been telling the same story for 20 years is absolutely unacceptable, as he already knew better, but went ahead and did it anyway. That is correct. So let's see here. We get a vote. We get a vote. What is the worst moment? Worst moment. Worst moment. It's pretty easy, honestly. Vote. Let's see how we are here. Flying Leia, look at that. 28% of the vote. She takes the lead. Of course, everyone hates Ryan Johnson. Everyone hates Ryan Johnson. Yeah, the titty milk was bad too. L337 was terrible. But yeah, that was the worst. The absolute worst. I hated The Last Jedi. Don't click the ad, it's porn. I don't even see the ad anymore. But yeah, that hard to fall for a guy like you. That's weird. That is weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. All right, fellas. I don't know what to say to you guys. I'm very, very grateful for everything. That is our Star Wars article for today. How's there no Tico moment awful? Because there is no Tico didn't do anything wrong. All right, let's see. We're $196,851. Let's refresh that and see where we're at. $202,413, guys. $202,413. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. This is huge. This is absolutely gigantic. $202,000, guys. We have 3,474 people who bought books. So many backers we have. We're at 2,530% of the goal, of the fixed goal. We've got 15 days left. We've got 15 days left. That is pretty exciting. That's just really, really cool. How far can we go? You know, yeah. How far can we go? What can we do? Please, Ethan, play a song. Is it time to play a song? I think between the two chats, it might be time to play a song. Jesus, thank you so much for $2. Congrats on 200K. Ethan Cyberpunk is kicking butt. Thank you so much, Jesus. Thank you so much. You guys are supporting this. You're supporting Cyberfrog. You're supporting independent comics, and I'm grateful to you. On top of that, this channel now has 61,235 subscribers at this moment. We are growing so fast. We're only about 15,000 subscribers away from diversity in comics, I think. And I mean that's gigantic. That's enormous. We're growing so quickly, and people are watching. Alex Becker watched, and I must have heard from 100 people today, telling me that Alex Becker did a video with me in it. Hey, Alex Becker did a video and he wants to help you. He wants to help you. A lot of people sent me that. I watched it live earlier this afternoon. For those who didn't know, Jr. Thanks for $2. Congrats on 200K. Time to pop the champagne. Not yet. We got a ways to go yet. Skid Racket, thanks for $2. Put poster up to buy. Also pin 2000K tweet. I will. I will. I heard from. Oh God. Crypto Fashion. I sent them the file, and they said, yeah, this isn't big enough. Like it's not big enough for a poster. So I gotta have Kyle go in, and he's got to actually extend the sky upwards to make it poster size. Just make it the right dimensions of a poster. I'm gonna have him do that right now. D's Nefasti, thank you for $10. The wife and I voted for Hillary, and we hate the way Trump supporters are being treated. America is bigger than politics. Stay strong, Uncle A. I will. I will stay strong. Again, I'm proud. I'm proud of my vote. Again, you don't have to like it. I'm not asking people to like it. I'm just saying keep it to yourself if you don't like it. And by the way, it's like when he wins again in 2020, I'm gonna celebrate. You guys, I'm not gonna celebrate with hate. I'm not gonna point and laugh. I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy because he's my president. I like what he's doing. He did the funniest thing. You can't. I mean, he is running this presidency like it's just an entertainment show. He's running his presidency like it's a scene from The Office. Did you see what he did to Kim Jong Un? Did you see this? I can't believe how funny this is. Hold on, I'm gonna find it and show you guys. It's only like a 2-second video, but it is absolutely hilarious. And I don't know, like it feels like he just goes through his day trying to be funny, and I kind of appreciate that. I want people to go through their day trying to be funny. Oh my gosh. Wait a second here, and I'm gonna get on the piano. I'll get on the piano. You guys don't want to see Trump. You guys do not want to see Trump. I can tell that. Jesus, thanks for $5. I sang The Last of George and Butter to my girlfriend, and she laughed so much. Then I played her yours so she could hear the original. That's nice. Enrique Alejandro Gomez, thanks for $5. Hello, Uncle Ethan. You looking swolo today? Here's a little T-shirt idea for you. Gonks love Don G, or vice versa. Please feel free to profit out of it. Well, I don't know what it means, so I hope I wasn't just made to say something bad. Yami Caleb, thanks for $5. Congrats, Uncle E. You need more Salamandroid. He looks badass in that poster. Well, everyone loves Salamandroid. Everyone loves Salamandroid even more than Cyberfrog. That's pretty cool. Days of Dazio Day Days of Clarity. Oh, these names drive me nuts. I LMAO at Cyberfrog shooting Hitler in the SJWs. That'd be great. I would love to draw that scene. I might draw that scene. That should infuriate everybody. But you know what? I can do that now. I'm allowed to infuriate people. I don't have to worry about representing anyone but myself, and that is truly the best way to go through life. Yeah, you I'm dying. Everyone's sending me funny things. If you hear me just stop and just laugh, it's because I have 4 screens going at once, and people are sending me funny things. All right, here's the Trump Kim Jong Il thing, real quick. Absolutely love this moment. This is straight out of The Office. Watch this. Okay, so what's it? I'm sorry, but that's funny. That's a good president right there. That's hilarious. Getting a nice picture of everybody so he looked nice and handsome and thin, and then just cut over to Kim Jong Un, and he's just looking like a balloon. And like, have I just been insulted? Yes, a little bit. That was so funny, so funny. Okay. Handsome and equals me. That is correct. All right, let's go over to the piano. Did we sell another Cyberfrog book? Let's just check real quick. We might have. We did. We sold like 4 more Cyberfrog books. Terrific, terrific. All right, let's go over here. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it did. It seemed like The Office, didn't it? It was totally cut like that, and I'm sure he had it planned. All right, none of you heard me glugging. Yeah. Are you guys ready? Can you hear me? When you are asleep, that's when I creep and I lick all the butter in your fridge. When you are not awake, I unwrap your Lando Lake and I lick all the butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. So have some parquet. It contains my DNA from when I licked all the butter in your fridge. And hat a blue bonnet. Well, I practically spat upon it when I licked all the butter in your fridge. All right. Sorry about that. I wanna do karate on your lifeless body. I wanna hang you like a heavy bag. Make all your friends watch. I'll kick your dead crotch and you'll evacuate and make them gag. And that's what you get. That's what you get. I don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. I wanna drink a few highballs and pluck out your eyeballs and pee into your hollow skull. And while hellfire's waiting, I'll pray to Satan to torture your immortal soul. And that's what you get. That's what you get. Don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Alright, yeah, it did escalate quickly. It wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. That's not the kind of song that you actually want to sing to anyone that you care about. This is, though. This is a love song that I wrote. You and I thought we'd fly to Rio for dinner. We must have been high, but you and me and another 3 friends of yours crashed. George, Mike, and Emily, right in the Andes. And there's nothing to eat except for the meat that once was your friends who lived up the street. And I saved the last piece of George for you. He was vegan, so he's tough to chew. But I saved the last of George for you. And I saved the last gorged on the other two. Just cut right out of their like ass. That is where the fat is the best meat, from what I understand, is right in someone's. I don't. That's what I heard. That's where you go first. You dig right a fork right in the ass. I say the last of George for you. You were so right the other night when we disagreed if there'd still be room for Dwight. Now we'll make amends when our dinner date ends. But I gotta say, you've got great taste in friends, and I say the last piece of George for you. He's kosher if you are a Jew. That's not true. That's not true. Human flesh is not kosher. A bunch of Jewish people let me know that. They let me know that. So that isn't true. So he isn't kosher if you are a Jew. But I say the last of George for you. And I say the last piece of George for you. Though I gorged on the other two. I say the last of George for you. All right, thank you guys. A lot of people arguing about whether human flesh is kosher. People are saying that maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We are having a discussion. Conversations are what's important. All right, here we go. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. I took Dwight Eisenhower's advice. It's full of things I like. A stationary bike, powdered milk, Slim Jims, and rice. It's not as if I asked my spouse to excavate beneath our house. She told me it was silly. She said, now come on, really. There's only so much she allows. And it's a shame, because when the bombs are exploding, you'll all be freeloading, but I'm prepared, you see. With a mushroom club blooming, there's just enough room in my bomb shelter for me and maybe my cat. What do you think of that? My bomb shelter is mine, wait. My bomb shelter has bonsai trees, just like the Karate Kid. A generator with DVDs. But it's only one man sized, so while you're vaporized, I'll enjoy its amenities. So my bomb shelter is mine, all mine. So I don't wanna hear you whine. It won't seem so dumb when the zombies come and I'm watching. What could I be watching? I don't know. I guess Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah. Could be Miami Vice. What's My Line is a good one. Game of Thrones. Let's see if you're cocky when it's Nagasaki outside in your little town. You'll absorb radiation while I'm on vacation 25 feet underground. I'll be drinking milk and pajamas made of silk. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. You should take Eisenhower's advice. Yeah. What do you think? I don't know. I think my pedal is squeaking. People are complaining about it. People are complaining about my pedal squeaking. He's outlived his good, fallen from the heights. Now he's selling ads for internet sites. There's nothing this old man won't sell. Now he makes fun of fans from convention halls. This washed up hack sure has some balls. If there's another Star Trek film, then let him direct it from hell. That's why I said, please, God, please, give him an incurable disease that makes his pee turn red. I said, please, God, please, you gave Sonny Bono those skis, and in your wisdom, strike William Shatner dead. And in your wisdom, strike William Shatner dead. Yeah. All right. No, shouldn't do that. One more song about a celebrity, and then we'll call it good night. Pablo Hidalgo is where JJ's call goes about the Lucasfilm universe. I could curse when I think about what you did to Han Solo. Pablo Hidalgo, where did your balls go in Kathleen Kennedy's purse? Nothing's worse than treating that woman like your mom. Solo's a bum, and it's because you're an SJW. It lost $80 million. Pablo Hidalgo. Disney sucks. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. You have a good night, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. All right? Bye.